thumbs
really?
up
My
or
bad,
a
my
live thumbs up?
This is a live thumbs up.
There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to One Good Question. I'm making up the questions, but typically we grab them from you. It's our Friday episode, goodcompany.discord.com if you want to get involved in the Discord and the community. And we have actually the head counsel for soy and veganism in the building, and so we're going to pick his brains on that. I'm fat. I get a lot of cravings, tons of them. And typically they're around, and some are maybe of vegan nature, but I'm wondering if your whole brain chemistry probably changes in some way, right? Like how long have you been not eating animal products?
11 years.
Okay, so the last time you like dreamt about a ribeye was probably a very long time ago, I'd assume.
No.
Oh, you dream about them?
So like...
Oh, you're horny, dude. You're a
Yeah.
man. You're real.
So there is, like when I lived in Vegas, there's this place called Fausto's burrito chain, and they make a California burrito. And I think about that burrito every 3 hours.
What's the main meat in there, like a carne asada or something?
Yeah,
With some
there's
potato.
steak,
Yeah.
fries,
Yeah.
guacamole. Like
Yeah.
it's a good California burrito. But like, I remember when I moved back to LA, one time it was like 2 a.m. and I was drinking, and I started to drive to Vegas,
Yeah.
and I was like, I need that burrito.
Whoa.
Yeah, and then I got like an hour down the road, and I'm like, I shouldn't be driving, and
Yeah.
just pulled off. Like,
That's
but
good.
that burrito calls to me still.
Could you hypothetically do something very close though, and no
Oh,
carne asada?
For sure.
And you probably do.
And the last couple of years, it's come so far.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's come so far, and you'd be hard pressed a lot of the time, especially like if it's by itself. Yeah, you can tell it's different than
Yeah,
meat.
yeah.
But when you put it in a burrito, all this stuff, you're not going to tell the difference.
I guess 2 follow-ups. What's the biggest like vegan craving when you're munching out? Because like I get like a popcorn. I love popcorn, and that obviously could be veganish, depending on how you want to dress it.
Yeah.
But then a lot of times it's like fried chicken, shit like that. French fries, right? You can dive in there.
Yeah.
So some like snacky foods, chips. I'm sure there's many a chip that aren't ruined.
For sure.
The other question is
That wasn't a question.
no. The
a
next one.
statement.
The first one was whether you dream about meat.
Yeah.
The next one is
Yours.
the
Yo.
veggie burrito.
Okay.
If you guys, and I'm judging all of you.
Oh, you guys.
Yeah. Don't want to eat fucking meat.
Right?
Yeah. You
I
don't
know
want
where-
to fucking
I know where
eat
you're
meat.
going. Yeah.
Why do you name all your foods after my foods?
Yeah. Because they're delicious.
Like it's got to be vegan bacon?
Yeah. Because I love bacon.
Why don't we just make it up? Why don't we call it
How is the word bacon not already made up?
It is, but it means something.
What does it mean?
Where I come from, these things have solid meanings and tradition.
Like a chicken finger.
Yeah.
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 Like a hamburger.
You're not allowed to have that no more.
Right.
Yeah, hamburger. That's
Yeah.
not made of ham,
Yeah.
sir. It's made of
Uh-huh.
beef.
Or burger.
Yeah.
Well, ham is not really.
It's
Burger's
not ham. See, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Burger's not a thing. Yeah, hamburger's stupid. Yes.
It's
Yeah, you win that
It's
one.
from a place and not a thing.
Oh, all right. That's fair. But Germany.
Yeah, Hamburg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that still confuses us,
Yeah.
meat eaters.
Right.
So why are we? Does that throw people off? Because if I'm going anti-meat,
Uh-huh.
and
I get that. I get this all the time.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because one of my best friends growing up was a vegetarian.
Yeah.
Now I think she eats fish and stuff. But she basically lived with me in high school. My parents like pseudo adopted her.
Yeah.
My other best friend growing up wasn't anti-meat, but like swear to God, until he was like 17, all he ate was pasta with butter, like nothing else.
Yeah.
Like his graduation picture with my dad is my dad getting him to eat his first hamburger at age 18. My dad's smiling so big because he tried for like 12 years to get this dude to eat a hamburger and he
Yeah.
wouldn't eat one, and for no reason other than just being a kid, you know.
Right.
But long story short, yeah, if I'm not eating animal products, I don't want my non-animal product to remind me of animal. On a
I get that.
more serious note.
Yeah. I mean, that's a question I get all the time is like, are these foods just for transitioning people? Who are people like getting used to a vegan diet? I mean, I've been eating the same way for 11 years now. And it's just, for me, it's familiarity, and a big thing of why I thought for a long time that I couldn't be vegan is because like, oh, I got to change my diet.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, I've got to eat all these salads and shit. Right.
Yeah.
And that's not going to work for how I like to eat. That's not going to work for lifting. And then when I realized like I can just eat the same exact way, just with a substitution, like I get that, oh, why would you want it to remind you of it? It's because it's delicious, right?
Okay.
This food's, you can't argue that. It's delicious. And if I can just substitute it with something that tastes 99% the same,
Yeah.
but doesn't come from an animal, then why not? But I get that mentality. A lot of people ask that like it's like a big gotcha question. Like, oh, if you hate meat, then why do you make meat?
No,
It's like-
mine's more humorous.
Yeah.
But the reminding would, like, if I'm actually stepping that way, reminding me of it wouldn't probably make me happy.
There are times where the substitution is so realistic that it gives me pause.
Mm.
Like, wait a second, like I'm gonna double check on this. But you know, I don't know. The disconnect there for me is like the closer that it tastes to the real thing, the more
For
I
sure.
like it.
You remember the garden burgers
Oh my God.
from like Costco in like the 90s?
Oh my God! Or when you'd go and they'd give you like a giant portobello.
Mm.
Like even now, like I've seen like people like do like, oh, here's a carrot hot dog. If you give me a carrot hot dog, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
That's a little crazy.
Yeah.
What do they do? Just
They just-
fucking make it soft?
They grill a hot dog and they put it in a bun, put some stuff. I will kill you.
That's a little crazy.
Yeah.
That's pretty. Have you had Burrito Patch?
Oh yeah.
Burrito Patch is outstanding. I don't like the burgers, but
Yeah.
the burritos are fucking great.
Yeah, over here on K and 21st, right? Like they'll do a quesadilla,
Yeah.
put some steak in it, melt the cheese, the sour cream, some guacamole. It's incredible. Like you would not be able to tell the difference.
I've definitely had some of the cheeses and stuff, and when it's cooked, I'm in it.
Every month it gets better almost.
Yeah.
Like 11 years ago, and it's funny. Like I have friends in bands, and like their tour manager's been vegan since like 1992, and it's like talking with him about what's happened since 1992.
I'm sure.
Like you could go to the store and you can get all the pastas and
Yeah.
vegetable stuff, but like you can have tofu and you can have soy milk. That's nothing else.
Yeah.
Right. And how far that's come, and like there was like the first cheese that came out. You could have put it on the sun and it wouldn't have melted, right? Like it was impossible.
Yeah.
And but now it's come such a long way that like even the cheese was a hard thing for a lot of people for a long time.
Non-dairy Ben & Jerry's.
Oh, the strawberry cheesecake.
I'm fat, and ice cream's probably my favorite thing on the planet, and that's still. And Ben & Jerry's isn't one of my favorite to begin with. I'm kind of an ice cream snob. Like it's good, obviously. I'll
Yeah.
eat it.
Okay.
And so I'm putting Ben & Jerry's in general. You know,
Sure.
like maybe a 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
The non-dairies, probably like a 6.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Like it's right there with the regular Ben & Jerry's.
Yeah, that strawberry cheesecake one. However many I bought when I was there is how many I would have eaten.
Yeah.
I felt
they're
I
insane.
felt like a bear at a campsite when I got that thing.
The texture's good. I think the only thing that threw me off a little bit is I feel like it wasn't as cold. And I have a thing like that. I forgot the exact. Kyle has the science broken down better, but there's something with diet sodas too, where I think it's Diet Coke, like just doesn't get cold.
Now that you say that, because I only drink diet soda.
Yeah, I drink diet soda all the time.
Yeah, now that you say that.
Where like a Diet Pepsi, you grab that thing, it's icicles, and
you know
grab
that
a
Pepsi's not vegan.
That's fucked. What do they
Yeah.
got in there? Some kind of gelatin.
They won't tell you.
Oh, that's even sketchy.
They just won't say that it's.
They'll say it's vegetarian.
Do you think
not
that's
vegan.
covering their ass because the factory it's made in rather than what's in
Nah,
the
'cause,
soda?
like I will go out, like if it says may contain, that doesn't slow me down because I worked in the food industry for a little bit. I know how like we
a
ran
conveyor belt.
Yeah, we
3 rows
ran
down.
milk in here 3 days
Yeah.
ago. We have to
Yeah.
put that on there for liability, so that doesn't slow me down. But they were like, no, it's specifically not.
Oh, that's a little crazy.
It's a little weird.
Yeah, I wonder if it's
same
a
factories as meat sodas.
Yeah, I wonder if it's a gelatiny type thing.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Some
But
with
it's
the-
just Diet Pepsi, like the Diet Mountain Dew, same company. Fine.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I
Or
had
color?
the-
Maybe the color.
Could be.
Yeah.
I had the vegan Reese's peanut butter cups a couple weeks
Those are
ago.
good too.
They're just so oaty.
Yeah.
They're very oaty.
That's
And I
what
can't
the-
figure out what is it the glycerin? Is that what's the issue?
It's oat milk based. Like so, instead of using they're doing a milk
Yeah, yeah.
chocolate, but they're using oat milk instead of dairy milk.
That's the Ben & Jerry's. Ben & Jerry's all oats. And it
Yeah.
doesn't taste that oaty. I was surprised. And obviously they got like fucking brownie bits and that shit.
I'm just
but
glad that because like the first lot of iterations of the vegan ice cream were coconut, and it's just everything tastes like coconut.
I had that.
That wasn't working for me.
There was a big push in nutrition for even performance nutrition in the like 2010s for anti-gluten, and it wasn't because of like celiac or nothing.
Yeah.
You know, it was just some guy spewing shit that
Right.
I follow for.
Yeah.
And so I started eating a bunch of coconut milk
Yeah.
to avoid dairy and stuff because of inflammation and all these
Right.
other things that are probably fake. And so there's a coconut mint chip ice cream that like almost got the coconut out because of the mint. You know, mint's pretty potent, but yeah, it always kind of tastes like fucking coconut.
Yeah.
And it's
Can't-
like it
can't
feels like
mask it.
hollow. It felt like hollow.
Yeah.
Like the ice cream didn't feel like, you know, hearty. Where the Ben & Jerry's was kind of hearty.
Yeah.
I will twist this around and say that I actually like vanilla soy milk better than any other kind of milk. Period.
Honestly, like nothing tastes like milk. But like once you get past that, it's like what's better than milk that tastes like vanilla or
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's
like putting it in my protein shake or my cereal or whatever. Like,
Why is it that if I drink a milk from a cow or an oat,
milk from an oat? Yeah.
yeah, it's like totally normal.
Right.
But if I drank a human milk, if I told you guys,
Bodybuilders are doing it, man.
which I'm supposed to do, no, I almost got into that too. When I
Yeah.
first got really into lifting, like I lifted my whole life for sport, but when I got into like meathead shit,
Yeah.
2008, 2009,
Right.
college, me and my buddy found a website that was really selling you some HGH full woman breast milk
Mm-hmm.
that was supposed to really get you going. I think colostrum was the big push at the time,
Yeah.
and HGH for whatever
It's
reason.
very sweet.
You see how fast babies grow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do be growing fast.
Right.
Maybe this will help me grow fast. But if I did do that, you guys would look at me like I'm insane.
I think it's more normal than cow milk.
Right? And in concept is way more normal.
It's coming from a consenting party.
Yeah.
You know,
One
They're
of my own
they're
race
not
or
being
species.
Well, they're maybe not being bred just to produce milk.
Dude, imagine if that was the norm.
Yeah.
We just have
The
double
Mad
D
Max
factories.
movies.
Yeah. We just have double D factories of these poor ladies in cages
Yeah.
just getting milked.
But also, like, from cow milk, that's made to make a cow grow hundreds of pounds in size
True.
in a couple
True.
of years. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Could be the same thing.
Same
Yeah,
idea.
I read into it obviously before I purchased woman's milk from the internet, which in 2009 probably would have been way more sketchy than it is now.
You said before you did, not before you.
I actually never ended up doing it
Okay.
because a lot of the turns out that our guts just can't absorb the HGH, that it is in there, or precursors.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
then
inject it somewhere.
yeah, now I'm just grown and my tummy doesn't want me to grow anymore.
I've tried it. It's sweet.
Really? I was
Yeah.
gonna say yeah.
Yeah.
I've never been around it really. Well, I tried it too, I'm sure, at some age, but not that I remember. I don't know. I might have been a bottle-fed kid. I really don't know. How about you have kids? 2? 1?
I have one.
How do they eat?
So my daughter was raised vegan, vegan through the pregnancy, vegan from birth. You know,
Your wife's vegan then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
since 2004. We're not together anymore, but you know, she's been vegan 2004, and so it came up. I wasn't vegan when we started. I went vegan when my daughter was 1. So I had some concerns, but like we went and we talked to pediatrician, we talked to the OBGYN, and they said, you know, just monitor it. There's nothing like you'd add right now that would make any difference, and so we just kept a close eye on it, and it hasn't been an issue. And now my daughter constantly tells me she's more vegan than me.
How old is she?
She's 11.
Yeah.
So, you know, I've been vegan for 10 years. I might have said 11 earlier, but it's 10. Because I went vegan when she was 1, and so she constantly is like, "I'm the true vegan. I've been vegan since birth. I've been vegan longer
The
than
vegan
you."
queen.
Yeah, and I can't argue it.
What
you
if
know?
she's 15 and wants to eat ribeye? You cool?
So this conversation's come up. You know,
Yeah.
obviously
Yeah.
as she goes to school, she sees people eating animal products. So it's like we've never, you know, obviously you raise your kid with your own values.
Right.
At a certain point, they question them. I said, you can
Yeah.
make whatever choice you want. We took her to a farm sanctuary. We skipped the part where they show the factory farming shit. I'm not trying to traumatize the kid.
Sure. Yeah, 11's
But
a little.
We had her meet the animals. Said, make up your mind. But this is the connection that I was lacking as a kid. I didn't know where this was coming from.
Yeah.
I probably would have made the same decision I made as an adult if I had a connection to the animals. So I said, spend some time with the animals, understand where your food is coming from.
Yeah.
And she stuck with it, you know?
That's interesting. Because I grew up on a farm, basically. I went to a very weird Hogwarts-style school, and the school has a farm on it. Pigs, cows, chickens, sheep, llamas. As I graduated, we got a llama. And then a very large garden where we do all the gardening and shit. And I think about that age, 2nd or 3rd grade,
Yeah.
right? You get like a month, and you have to go into school at like 5 a.m. and do all the shit.
Yeah.
We have a regular gardening class where you'll be milking cows and shearing sheep and doing normal stuff, but for that month in like 3rd or 4th grade, you go in and do all the work. Like you're feeding everybody, you're collecting the eggs, et cetera, et cetera. And I always had like a respect for it, but it never threw me off. But obviously, it was a very humane situation, right? We're on the river, this cow is fucking happy as shit, dancing around. You know, like the vibe is so different.
For sure. And it's like I almost don't have a problem with sustenance hunting.
Yeah.
Because that animal's living.
It's so different.
It's living its own life.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, like, obviously I don't support it.
Sure.
I'm not a fucking hunter. I'm not going to go hunting. I'm not like, yeah, you should
You're
go
not a
hunt.
man.
Fair. Compared to factory
Yeah,
farming, like
100%. Makes sense.
That animal lived its life, and then in a blink of an eye. It's like what happened for me in veganism is thinking about the entire life cycle of an animal just being fucking hell from the moment it's born, just hell. And I can't, I couldn't get with that.
Yeah.
I would probably feel a lot differently if the food industry was different.
Yeah, or you grew up in a different country,
Yeah.
or who knows what.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Well, he dreams about steak, boys.
Every night.
Every night, dreaming about that carne asada. That's all I got. I dream about food all the time. Not actual dreams, more daytime dreams.
Yeah.
like
Sit there.
actionable.
Sit there pining for it.
Yeah, yeah. I plan the rest of my day.
Mhm.
What's about to come?
Yeah.
You dream about food, Sebas?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a
Yeah.
fat kid at heart too.
Oh, I definitely am.
Yeah. Damn it, dude.
I get flashes of like I haven't had that in a long time. That would be really good right now.
Yeah.
Lately, it's been Chinese food, and I haven't had Chinese food in ages. I was like,
Chinese can be good. I go through phases of the type of junk I like.
Yeah.
Like I've been on a chicken deal, you know, just like a chicken strippy deal. Because I eat the same shit every single day.
Well, yeah, it's
for, like nutritionally.
Yeah.
Then I'll go through a block of like, dude, I need some popcorn.
I'll eat the same thing until I'm sick of it. And that's a
Yeah, I'm a little like that.
ADHD fixation. It's
Yeah.
like I'm gonna eat this every day, and then, all of a sudden I can't stand it
Yeah,
anymore.
rotate through. I'm
Yeah.
like that too. I've gone to the movie theater, snacked popcorn, and not gone to a movie.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now them hoes are on DoorDash. You're done, dude. You can get Cinemark delivered to my house.
I had popcorn last week when I went to the movies, and it's the first time in years. And
Movie
years
theater
and years.
popcorn butter is vegan.
Oh.
It's just oil.
Oh, really? You see, I don't like the
7-Eleven hand pies,
Yeah,
vegan.
Oh.
That's all just oil.
I don't do butter on popcorn.
What's the hand pie? Is that like the little? It's like a McDonald's pie.
Yeah, it's like you get a chocolate,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
like
yeah,
they
yeah,
have
yeah,
the,
yeah.
you know, the
That chocolate
cookies
ain't
and cream.
chocolate.
Yeah, it's just whipped up oil.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, olive oil? They probably could. It's probably too expensive, but they could probably make it
Yeah,
nice.
I don't think it's as nice as olive oil.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely taking a year off your life every time you eat one, but like
Yeah.
it's vegan.
Those are very 90s too.
Oh,
I
they're
haven't
so
had one
good.
of those since I was
Oh,
a kid,
man.
probably.
I'll rock up to a 7-Eleven and get like 600 milligrams of caffeine and a hand pie.
Yeah.
Just live.
You ever had those pies?
Yes.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
pies bang.
The ones like singular package.
Yeah,
Yeah, they come in that
box.
cardboard box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they
Cool.
kind of look like a McDonald's. Yeah, they
Yeah.
look like a fucking white trash empanada.
That's what it is.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It's a
vegan
dessert.
white trash
Yeah,
empanada.
yeah.
trash?
Yeah, those are the best foods. Is the accidentally vegan stuff. The
Yeah,
Oreos.
that
the
is
hand
interesting.
pies,
Yeah,
the,
Oreos. I've heard.
The purple Doritos.
Purple
Those are-
Doritos.
Yeah.
Was it
Was
ube
it
or some
blue,
shit?
blue corn or
It's chili.
The sweet chili one? Not,
Yeah.
Yeah, the sweet chili.
Yeah,
Wow.
the purple bag is vegan.
oh,
It's not a
interesting.
cheese-based one.
I wouldn't even be surprised if a regular Doritos, right? Like that ain't fucking.
Yeah, they
There
put
ain't
some-
real cheese going on.
There's like skim milk. It's
Yeah.
funny. Like you'll watch. I'll grab like a bag of chips, 45 ingredients. Last one, milk powder. It's like why?
Yeah, yeah,
Why?
Yeah,
It
it probably
didn't-
does nothing.
Didn't add anything to this chip.
No, and,
Yeah.
and you could argue, like obviously the source is probably an animal somewhere, but it's so processed, it's nothing even close to an animal anymore.
Yeah, I mean we're a few years out from just everything being grown.
Yeah,
Which is crazy.
lab meat.
Yeah, lab grown meat.
Some of it's scary, eh?
It's a weird concept. It is a weird concept.
Where does that line draw for you?
Because
Because some of it has to have a cell, like it's a cloning type process, right?
Like, where is the source? Like
Yeah.
the big difference for me is this sourced from an animal one time,
Yeah.
and they're just making generations of it.
I think
or
so.
are they sourcing it from the animal on a regular basis? It's one of those things where like I will be hugely in support of it. I might not consume it myself.
Okay.
But the potential, like if one animal is getting hurt and making hundreds of animals worth of meat,
That makes sense.
huge benefit.
Yeah,
to-
depending what the hell it is, it
Yeah.
scares me a little bit.
Yeah, I used to be like very anti-GMO and things like that until I like actually read into it. I think it's a lot less weird and dangerous than we think it is.
So you're pro GMO.
I am very pro-GMO. Hugely pro-GMO. This podcast brought to you by Monsanto.
Yeah, this dude's fucking hopping in here working for Pfizer.
No, it's like there's so much potential there. Like they're
Bill
doing,
Gates just call you?
Yeah. They're doing things with rice and like preventing children's blindness while everyone's anti-GMO. Like there's
Yeah. There's obviously benefits somewhere.
Yeah.
Not
and the
maybe
whole
all.
process is that for thousands of years we've selectively bred plants, and now
Right.
we're just doing it very accurately in a lab, and it freaks people out. And
Yeah,
I get
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I used to be very anti-GMO.
But you do it with the French bulldog, and people spend $1,000 and say how
Right.
cute.
Yeah.
They can't breathe or
my
shit.
favorite fact about all this is the ruby red grapefruit
Okay.
was produced by taking a grapefruit and blasting the fuck out of it with radiation
Fire.
until it turned pink and was sweet, and now it's organic.
It's got to be good for you.
That is a non-GMO organic product. It's
That
ruby
is
red grape.
crazy. I did
Yeah.
not realize
Yeah,
that was
that's
the case.
how they made the ruby red grapefruit, was just blasting it with radiation. What else happened to it? We don't know, but it's organic.
Because like lemons are created, right? Is it lemons or oranges? I can't remember. I think it's lemons.
I think it's lemons. I don't
Yeah.
remember on that
They're
one.
not yellow?
No, they didn't exist. It's
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
product of hybridization.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
yeah. I think it's a lemon.
It's like
I've heard
bananas
that.
used to be small and full of
Yeah,
seeds
yeah,
and shit like that. Yeah.
Baby carrots are fake. Everything's fake.
Yeah.
Baby carrots are fake, but bananas, we turn over bananas in every few generations, every couple generations, because banana diseases wipe them out.
Yeah. That's like why the nerd banana doesn't taste like a banana is because that's a banana that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, there's a banana that does not. I can't remember. It's like Meyer, something like that. But all banana candy is based off of that banana that just doesn't exist.
The one that went extinct
Yeah.
while during my lifetime.
I often talk shit on that banana candy. Like all candies taste different,
Yeah.
right? Like fake flavor versus real flavor, and I think bananas is one of the worst.
Yeah, but
And maybe it's just because I didn't like that strain.
because nobody's had that banana before.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like orange doesn't taste like orange, but I still like it.
Yeah, it tastes like orange the color.
Yeah. It tastes like who knows. Like orange soda has nothing to do with orange juice.
Yeah, but
Like
it's
if you've had
delicious.
fresh squeezed orange juice and you have a fucking Sunkist,
Yeah.
like they're not even close.
Right.
You give that to a kid and they don't even think it's the same shit.
You give that to a Victorian child and they just die.
True.
The bananas, the previous generation bananas are Gros Michel, and our current ones are Cavendishes, and we're losing them
That's crazy.
Yeah, banana disease.
to a fungus.
Yeah,
That means they're not supposed to be here, dude. Let it happen. Let it rock. No more bananas.
that's what happened to our potatoes.
No more taters. That's
Yeah.
why we're moving to North Ireland. Ladies and gentlemen, new episodes Wednesday, Friday. Nick, shout them out. Where can people find you?
We got Media McSorley on Instagram and Twitter, and a poorly managed YouTube channel.
I don't know what that's like.
Head him, Sebas.
At Sebastian _Brambila on IG.
Ladies and gentlemen, new episodes Wednesday and Friday. I'm Silent Mike. Where you want to find me? 3rd Street Barbell, Sacramento, California. And we'll catch you in the next one.
I am at the Jim McD and all the social media. This show is 50% Facts, where percent is a word and 50 is just numbers. 50% Facts is a Spreaker Prime podcast in association with iHeartMedia on the Obscure Celebrity Network. We'll talk to you next week.
Well, that's just because people fucking have no real morals or ideologies. All they have is what the world feeds them, and so